YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man that's seen the place to be in the QCNC. Hello, friends. Good to see you all. Good to be back with you. Hope you're doing well. As usual, I most certainly am. Nxt Takeover Brooklyn. It delivered. It was awesome. It was fun. 2 hours and 22 minutes of action packed. There were some highs, there were some lows. There were a few surprises as well. Let's talk about it. Triple H opens up the show. He's in the ring, cuts a quick promo to the point, talking about how far NXT has come, talks about the past, talks about the future, talks about how everything has pretty much gone full circle and beyond. Everything, everyone's always talking about NXT. Well, they proved it tonight. Packed house, the whole 9 yards. I believe they said it was knocking on the door of about 16,000 people. But let me get back to Triple H. He finishes the promo by saying, "We are NXT," and the crowd was right there with him. The lights come on. They start to show up. It was awesome. Nice little intro real quick. From there, we had some New York City models. I think they would call themselves the New York City Gorgeous. I guess there's some type of modeling agency up there. But they came out different themed costumes. There was a Statue of Liberty. There was like a Uncle Sam type character as well. Then Tyler Breeze music hits, and then he comes out. So now we're in for the anticipated return or debut in the WWE ring of Juice and Thunder Liger versus Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. Let me just set the table real quick for you, friends. JTL, or Juice and Thunder Liger, is a 50-year-old man. Let me tell you, now maybe y'all knew that, maybe you didn't, but he came out there and held his own. He was a little bit thicker, Lord knows I am, but he came out and he held his own. It was a good match. He had a lot. You could tell he was having a lot of fun with it. I'm sure if we could see through that mask, we would have saw a big smiling face. But he had a lot of fun in this match. You can tell, just the body language. But let's get down to it. Good to see Thunder Liger again. He came out, did his thing, had a lot of fun. Now here's where things got interesting from the crowd. Right from the get-go, we got "Full Sail Sucks" chants directed towards Full Sail University, the regular home of NXT. So the New York crowd already trying to up the ante and say they're a better crowd. Not a long match, nothing special here. Juice and Thunder Liger goes over with a Liger bomb. 1, 2, 3, pinning Tyler Breeze, getting the win in his WWE debut. I don't have a problem with that. I know the rules of wrestling usually dictates the other way around for someone you're trying to build up. You got an established star over here. He shouldn't get the win on his first match. I don't have a problem with it. I enjoyed it. They flashed the crowd. The NWO was in attendance, at least parts of the members of the NWO. Scott Hall, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, X-Pac was there. Then they showed a woman in the ring, in the crowd as well. Her name was Nia Jax. No clue who she was, but I think they said maybe a mixed martial artist or something. I'm not sure. Comment down below. I know someone out there knows. From there, it was tag team title time. The Vaudevillians, the challengers, versus Blake and Murphy with Alexa Bliss. Now, they've been teasing us now for a couple weeks that they had a trick up their sleeve as far as the Vaudevillians is concerned of how they're going to handle Alexa Bliss. Well, that surprise was Blue Pants. Well, she came on out. Crowd was completely eating this up. Yeah, like they were very glad to see her. Comment down below. Is Blue Pants from New York? I'm not sure. Comment down below. But let's get down to it here. Let's see. Finally, the Blake and Murphy era came to an end. This was actually a pretty decent match. Once again, a lot of the matches felt rushed, so I really didn't want to get into a lot of play-by-play. But it was a nice match, had a nice flow to it. Vaudevillians did their thing, pulling off the victory with the help of Blue Pants, who took out Alexa right when she tried to interfere, which was, actually what pretty much put Blake and Murphy where they are right now. Whirling Dervish, your 1, 2, 3 new NXT Tag Team Champions. And in English, Simon Gotch, the Vaudevillians. That's right. It was fun. Thank goodness. Get them belts off Blake and Murphy. No offense to you. You guys are doing your thing. It beats the alternative. But let me tell you, it's time to move on from that. Alrighty, here we go. The much anticipated debut of Apollo Crews, okay? Ty Dillinger, Perfect 10, was his opponent. And let me tell you, I like Ty Dillinger's new theme song. Comment down below. What do you think about it? The crowd was definitely eating up the gimmick, too. But let's talk about Apollo Crews real quick. John, I'm calling you out, my friend. This guy was everything you talked about. I was extremely impressed. I mean, man, talk about athletic. He's got the look they're looking for. It seems like he's got a natural charisma. I really haven't heard him, cut just a straight up live promo or anything like that. But the tools are there. So let's see what happens with this. I mean, man, I was impressed. But he came out, as I put in my notes, ridiculously athletic. full of potential. He did a gorilla press, Ultimate Warrior style, where he dropped you behind him, and then did a standing shooting star press for a 1-2-3. Wow. No. Very good debut. I can't wait to see more. This guy has main roster written all over him. Let's see what happens. He's got the tools. Let's see what happens. Looking forward to it. From there, William Regal, the general manager, comes out. He announces that the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic will culminate on the next NXT Takeover, which will be in October. So I believe he laid out that we're going to have some tag team matches, a new tournament, and that'll be probably leading up to the next NXT Takeover, and then we'll have the main event, which will be a crowning of new champions. So we'll see what happens. It's nice to keep Dusty Rhodes' memory alive as well. From there, now here's my surprise of the night. I won't say shocker, we'll just say surprise of the night. It was the Baron Corbin Samoa Joe match. As I put in my notes, you guys already know how I feel about Corbin. This isn't a hate session. I got better things to do with my time, and so do you. But, I've never really been impressed with him, and I'm just not buying the whole tough guy they're trying to sell it on us. It's fine. I know what he's done outside of the ring, but just hear me out. I'm talking about what I've seen in the ring and what I've seen with gimmicks. I ain't really been impressed. But this match, I want to say he found the right balance. He held his own, okay? Let me tell you about it. Haven't been impressed with his efforts to date, but tonight he looked like he was really trying here. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. He didn't try to out-brawl or even out-wrestle or even out-submission style Samoa Joe, but I think he blended all three together. He held his own. Both men sold for each other. They took bumps. Joe did lock in the coquina clutch for the pass-out, but not a tap-out victory. Not bad. Better than I expected. I mean, that's literally what I wrote down. I don't want to say impressed because it's hard to impress an old dog like me sometimes, but Baron Corbin, good match for me, my friend. I enjoyed it. Samoa Joe, I actually wouldn't mind to see more of this feud, so I enjoyed it. They protected Baron, too. He didn't tap out like a punk or anything. He passed out. From there, Stephanie McMahon comes out. She puts over NXT. She puts over the NXT crowd. From there, she introduces our co-main event, the lovely ladies. Introduces Bayley and Sasha Banks. We get a great video package completely showcasing pretty much the whole journey of how this all came to be. From there, the match starts off. I will like to also talk about Bayley's ring attire. She looked really good. She had some gold and like a white going on. She had on some Dusty Rhodes headbands and wristbands as well, the polka dots. So definitely paying a little tribute to Dusty there. Sasha Banks came out with, in a Cadillac Escalade with some bodyguards and things like that. She came out looking like a celebrity, like a boss, like a star. It was nice. The crowd ate it up. But right from the get-go, Bayley was in serious control, pulling out all the stops. And she wasn't letting up on Sasha at all. Wouldn't even give her time to breathe. But the boss did, as she always does. She regained some control, taunting, hurting Bayley, even removing her hand brace to exploit and injure that hand even more. Viciously, might I add. Nice spot was a plancha over the ref onto Bayley from Sasha. We got holy bleep chants. We got this is awesome chants. Now, the cringe moment of the whole show at this point and of the night was Bayley was going for, I want to say she was going for a Hurricane Rana. And I don't know if there's miscommunication, Sasha wasn't expecting it or what, but she ended up doing the flip by herself and she landed completely head, maybe shoulder area. It looked really nasty. I paused it right after it happened because I was getting ready to hit rewind, and literally when I paused it, people were in the crowd like this. It looked that bad, folks. But thank goodness she was okay. At least she finished the match, and as far as we know, she's okay. I haven't heard any injury reports or anything. But let's continue. She landed on her head, but a loopy Bayley tries again, and this time she hits it successfully. Then we get the Bayley to belly. We get a 1-2-3 super emotional match. New champion. Bayley. It doesn't end there. We got a curtain call, folks. Of course, her friends, Charlotte, Becky, they come out to congratulate her. But here's where things took a turn. A crying Sasha Banks came in there, hugged her as well, pats on the backs. All the ladies raised their hands together. What a moment. Crowds eating it up. I ate it up. I'm sure you all did too. Comment down below. Was that your favorite moment of the night? For me, I was pretty much spent after this match. Talk about a roller coaster ride. Talk about a happy ending. But Bayley is your new NXT Women's Champion, folks. Okay, so from there, it's time for the main event. Oh, before that, excuse me, they made an announcement. December 10th through 16th, NXT will invade the UK. So we're going international, folks. It's only a matter of time. They're going to have to do something. No more SmackDown, they're going to do something. They're going to have to make way for NXT. But we're going to talk about that later. Hold on. We'll talk about the future later. Let's get down to the main event. The main event was the NXT title ladder match. The challenger, Kevin Owens, fight versus Finn Balor, the Demon, their champion, of course. Good match, not too brutal, but they definitely went for it. We got a bunch of ladder bumps. We got some brawling, plenty of brawling. Good match. Surprisingly, as I was saying earlier, the crowd felt just a little spent. They definitely weren't bored, but they were just a little spent after seeing that main event with the women. Just like I said, as I did as well. From there, we got some nice spots, including a power bomb from the ladder. We got a coup de grace from the top of the ladder from Finn Balor. Ended up taking out Owens long enough to climb up, get down that NXT title, hold it up proudly for the win. What a night. As I was saying, let me continue that point. They're going to have to do something here, folks. What's going to happen here? But here's where you're walking a thin line. Let's say they do put the gas to the floor and just say, all right, let's do it. Take off SmackDown or remove a couple of other shows and put NXT up in that spot. Maybe a 2-hour show every week. Do we lose that familiarity? Do we use that, do we lose that whole, that it's our little secret? Sometimes we as wrestling fans and as fans of popular things in general, once we lose that it's my special little secret feeling, we treat it like everything else and we kind of lose it or lose interest. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's not too much too soon for NXT either. But on the flip side, these workers deserve it. They're going out there, they're putting on good matches. They know, some of them know they'll never make it to the main roster, and they don't care. They're going for it right now. They're doing it for me and you, so I can appreciate that as well. But definitely, I want to hear your comments on that subject. What do you think? Would you be happy with NXT really moving up and getting more backing and those workers and good wrestlers and divas down there get the credit they deserve and the spotlight they deserve? Or do you like it the way it is? Just kind of that, our little secret, kind of, that special feeling we get with that. Please, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But till we meet again, my friends, stay tuned. We're going to talk about SummerSlam here next shortly. Comment, definitely comment down below. I always try to read all the comments. Share, like, subscribe. I will see you later, my friends. Be good to one another. Be good to yourself. Be true to yourself. And I will see you later. That was a lot, my friends. Peace.